Alright, so Wilder has claimed that the Saudis want him to regain his killer instinct. Um, there's a lot to unpack with Deontay Wilder's psyche. He's not the brightest of guys, and he's massively egotistical. And I'm just going to read this interview because Deontay is basically a massive spoof at this point. He's a dangerous guy and all this. Obviously, knocked me the F out. But he's cringe, he's very stupid, and to be honest, as far as heavyweights go, he's not actually that good. But Deontay Wilder insists he's ready to reignite the killer within ahead of his upcoming clash with Zhang. The American slugger looked like a shadow of his former self last time he fought against Parker in December. I disagree completely. I picked Parker to win that fight, unanimous decision, 117 to 111. I didn't see anything from Deontay Wilder's past to suggest he could outbox Joseph Parker. When people talk about Wilder's killer instinct being gone, I have no idea what they're on about, because if you watch Deontay Wilder fight, and I said this in my prediction for Parker versus Wilder, Wilder's not a pressure fighter, so he can't fight on the front foot. He's not good at it. What he would do is stay in the middle of the ring, flick his left arm out, trying to measure you for a right hand. If it would land, he'd go absolutely insane and swing like crazy. If it didn't land, Wilder's punch output was god awful. Here, look, I'll show you. So here's an example. Wilder in a 10-round fight threw 346 punches, which is obviously 34 punches a round. This is the first Wilder-Ortiz fight. In this fight, Wilder got hit way more than he wanted to, and he was quite badly hurt, okay? Although he actually showed some decent defence on the... Well, I say decent defence, he showed he could keep his guard up, and that was it, really. But this was actually quite a high output for Wilder, which isn't particularly high. If we go to the second fight, let's say this is a 6.5 round fight, let's be generous. Wilder threw 184 punches. I just crack out my calculator here. What's 184 divided 6.5? 28 punches a round is what he averaged thrown. People, that's a very, very low output indeed, and this has just always been Deontay Wilder. He's not a pressure fighter, so this idea he's lost his killer instinct, I don't see where it's coming from. All that I can see is that he's trying to add a back foot game, which I think would have been useful against taller opponents, but Deontay being stupid, he's using it against much shorter opponents with better boxing skills. I think it would be useful against Zhang for him to actually move, but I think if he stands in the middle of the ring, this is Wilder, I think he may just get knocked out. I think he needs to move against Zhang. Wilder appeared hesitant to let his big right hand go as he was battered from pillar to post by the Kiwi. And this is stupid because Deontay's always been hesitant. And no, he wasn't battered. He was given a moving target so he wouldn't let his shot go. And that was it. He's always been hesitant to throw the right hand. How many Deontay Wilder fights have you actually watched? His dismal display left a lot to be desired, and led to suggestions that he didn't have the fire in his belly. He's not a pressure fighter, so I don't know what people were actually expecting. So this is Wilder. They said how I wasn't good for boxing because I wanted a body on my records. I mean, some of the British media said this, but the US media, I don't think they really cared, to be honest with you. To be honest, the boxing media mollycoddles and way overhypes Deontay Wilder, so I don't know what he's on about. But now you get these people, the Saudis involved, and they said, we want the monster back, we want that killer back, we want the man who speaks like that. Now, a little side note here, I understand they want, a good fight and all this kind of stuff, and Saudi Arabia is going under reform, but something I'd like to see them keep is not being able to say this kind of stuff, because look, the punishments for certain things in Saudi are way too harsh, but something that can't be denied is they crack down on things like crime and what have you. I think that it's I just like to see them keep their class as a country, if that makes sense. And when you have people like that who appreciate you for what that is, it makes you want to change back quickly. Yeah, this doesn't fill me with confidence for Deontay, to be honest. It sounds like the promoter said to him, say these things, and we'll be able to get you a big fight. So he's saying these things, if you know what I mean. It doesn't feel like it's authentic. I've got the green light and I can be that and not be judged. I can be that and not be crucified. I mean, if he's going to go out and throw a load of punches against Jilly Zhang, that's kind of what Zhang would like him to do, to create openings. Deontay's not going to surprise you with like 2 right hands in a row, or a right hand to the head, drop hook to the body, coming up with an uppercut. Nothing like that. It's going to be 1 2 1 2 1 2. When I did it earlier, everybody crucified me, stuck me with thorns, and stabbed me. You've got to laugh, because at this point Deontay Wilder was being offered stupid money by Eddie Hearn and DAZN, and he kept turning it down. And talking about stuck with thorns, stabbed me, crucifixions, he did that to Mark Breland, the only person in his corner who cared about Deontay to stop the fight and tell him the truth that he couldn't win the fight. He fired that man. So that's Deontay Wilder for you. Yeah, Wilder came in under immense criticism in 2018 when he declared he wanted a body on his record. Did he? I mean, I saw a little bit of criticism. I didn't see immense criticism. Immense criticism would have been people not even turning up to his fights, but his popularity grew a lot after he said that. Yeah. Yeah, well, it says he's mellowed down and found peace. He does seem to have mellowed down, but finding peace, no. I think deep down in his heart, he knows that Tyson Fury beat him fairly. The Amazon brew that he was taking probably mellowed him down a little bit, but to me, Deontay is just... he never really had that hunger for boxing. I don't think he did, otherwise he'd have faced actual top guys, and I think deep down in his heart he said, I'd rather make 10 million fighting 5 cans than making 20 million facing one good contender. You know, he only fought Tyson Fury because he thought Tyson Fury was easy pickings. Yeah, so he's got to find his kill instinct back. I'm 2 at peace. Wilder's fight with Zhang. Yeah, it's on the Bivol Beterbiev undercard. But that's all I have to say about that. In summary, I don't think Deontay really ever had that fire in his belly. I think he was just a guy who'd sit around looking for that one shot, and once he got you hurt, yeah, he'd be all over you, but he's never been a pressure fighter. He doesn't have the skills and this whole desire that he supposedly lost. Well, if he had such strong desire, why was he fighting bums? Why is it when Povetkin's A sample came back dirty, Deontay Wilder fled Moscow rather than wait for the B sample? You know, I think the WBC sued him for that, actually. You know, this whole he's lost his killer instinct, he's got to find it back. I disagree. He's never had the skills to put pressure on people, and he's never showed any desire to actually accumulate a good resume. But that's what I think. What do you think? And make sure you comment, subscribe, and have yourself a good day. Thank you.